What is up, everyone? This is King Crypto, and today we're going to be talking about Robinhood, and we're also going to be talking about BitConnect, the fallout, and what I've learned, and hopefully what people that have invested it should know by now. So this is pretty cool. This is the Robinhood crypto site, and this is clearly their, what do you call it, their early access to it. I've already signed up at like a few 100,000 lower, and essentially you can get in early access by getting people to sign up, and your list gets closer to the front by how many people sign up. Not only that, but you also get $10 for every person you refer, and they get $10. So that adds up over time because you can do this for a bunch of people, and you can make up to $500. Then they'll stop it because money doesn't grow on trees, so they can't just keep giving everyone money. However, it's very exciting stuff. You can get all your friends and family involved, and right there you probably already got $100. Easy, very easy. The thing is, they do have the KYC, know your customer regulations, so you won't get accepted immediately. But all you have to do is add the real information about who you are, and they will ask you to connect your bank account and put in some funds. But the good thing about that is that you don't have to put a lot of money. You can actually put whatever you want. I put $50, but I think you can really just you could do $10 if you want, $5. It doesn't really matter. So it's definitely, even if you don't have a lot of money, it's not really hard. If you don't even have $5 in your bank account, you know, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but probably you should get a job. And if you want to become successful at crypto, you got to have some money to begin with, right? So Robinhood's a super easy way to make that 500. You can also get your family involved, and like I said, you can take their referral links and share it with more people if you're really good at promoting it. And then you and your family all have $500 each, and that does wonders, for the household. Let's say if you are having a hard time financially, you can use that money to pay your bills. You have a month free of rent, whatever it is that you might need it for. So it's a great opportunity. It's definitely not going to last forever. So I'd say get on this immediately. By the way, I will be doing my Litecoin giveaway on Monday, so keep that in mind. Uh, just leave your comments below. I'll definitely read them all, and I'm going to pick a winner instead of doing my random giveaway. Alright guys, I want to talk about the BitConnect class action lawsuit now. Let's kick this into high gear. Let's talk about some legal terms, and so you guys can understand exactly what's about to happen to these YouTube promoters, unless they get some real good lawyers that can weasel their way out of this. So we see that, and before I even talk about that, it will be an interesting case. This is new. This is the future, man. Like these kind of cases are going to become more complicated as crypto becomes more complicated as well. The lines are blurred now, with these Ponzi schemes. They're not as simple as they used to be back in the day. Now we have cryptocurrencies that it can hide behind, and we're going to see that here. So we have 6 people suing, and this is the amount of money they've lost: $771,000 in total. That is absurd. And not only that, but they've lost it to the hands of the YouTube promoters. And when you think about it, they all have a little piece of all this money that's been lost. So we have BitConnect being sued. We have whatever the different BitConnect groups. It's not going to really affect them because there is no head. It's a virtual company. They don't even have to pay attention because no one knows who they are. So they're the real criminals, but they're going to probably get away with it unless people can either hack BitConnect or find some way of figuring out who the heads are. And it's going to be hard to do that if they are running Tor browser, which they probably were doing. It really was a smart tactic on their part if you think strategically, because they probably knew that there would be people stupid enough to promote this and make their whole channel about it, and that's exactly what happened, and they're going to be the people to blame. So we see Glenn Icario. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but we all know infamous Trevin James. He's now calling himself the Black Logan Paul. I guess rightfully so, but he's definitely not as popular as Logan. Then we have Ryan Hildreth, Craig Grant, Crypto Nick, and a bunch of other individuals that I do not know off the top of my head. But they're all pretty screwed right now, and they're screwed because whether or not they get out of this case being convicted, they will have to pay a lot of money in lawyer fees. And if anyone knows about certain cases, it costs so much money. This is going to be a big one, and they're probably going to lose most of their money either in lawyer fees or being forcing them to pay back the people that lost the money. So unless BitConnect paid them off like $50 million, like I've heard in some rumors, it's not going to end too well for them. Now, let's see here. These are the two crimes that I think that they could be sentenced for. So first, Ponzi scheme, and I don't know if I have to explain this. I think everyone knows what a Ponzi scheme is, but it's essentially it's a pyramid scheme where at the top investors really make out. The earlier you get in, the better, and once you're at the top, the people you recruit in pretty much are paying for your the money that you put in. So the interest that you're making every day, if this is a Ponzi scheme, then you made that money from other people putting in their loans, and it's going to the top, and it's, you know what I mean. So people at the bottom are the ones that are most screwed. People that got in January, they have been completely screwed. So that's a damn shame. So if that's the case, which it's going to be hard for them to prove that because it's cryptocurrency and this is a whole new world of kind of fraud. We're going to have to see what happens, but if they can prove it, then they could go to jail for quite a while because they have orchestrated a pyramid scheme, and that's that. So there's the Ponzi scheme aspect, and then there's the securities fraud. I think it's more likely that they'll get a conviction for securities fraud because that's pretty much the act of deceiving an investor with false promises to make an investment, and then at the end of that, the investor actually loses the money based on those false promises. So I don't know. Yet again, I don't know how this is going to turn out because, for one, none of them said they were financial advisors, right? None of them said that. None of them told them to join. They left their referral links, right? But they didn't force anyone to join. So they left a disclaimer at the bottom. And not only that, but BitConnect conveniently left this disclaimer here, like literally 2 days before it collapsed. So they had this all planned out. And they leave the whole thing out there, there's risks, you could lose all your money. Um, you can read the whole thing yourself, but so that's going to be another problem. However, if the lawyers can prove that this wasn't here at first, and we did see guarantees on the banner ads, so we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see how this all pans out. But this case will mean the difference between the high yield interest programs either still existing or completely collapsing. And another one I have in mind is Davor coin. This one's coming down pretty heavy now. Ever since BitConnect came to a head, we have seen that Davor coin has not been able to sustain itself like it has been for a good bit. So it's hard to say. We'll see what happens, but it doesn't look too good for them now. So yeah, and I'd like to make another point that these people that are getting sued, clearly, yes, they have orchestrated something where they have defrauded people. They have technically defrauded people because they have lost their money and they were promised to make money. So that is an issue of legality. However, they're not as bad as some people. I personally have seen people that have made more money than all of these guys. It sounds crazy. Maybe Craig Grant probably made the most, or Glenn. I haven't seen their accounts, how much they've made, but I've seen some guys where they were making 20K in their sleep, and they're not getting in trouble, and I don't understand that at all because this guy is just getting away scot-free. His name is Encore, and I don't know his last name, but he was a big BitConnect recruiter, and he must have made millions from that. But because he wasn't a face on YouTube, it's like we had this kind of choosy nature. I noticed, like, some people forgot big people that have been promoting BitConnect, you know what I mean? And we focused on this like 5 lists, but there have been people that have been worse. But they've been, like I said, they've been promoting it on banner ads and just spending crazy capital like on these kind of ads back in the day with BitConnect. So they have gotten out really scot-free. And if you want to take it a step further, BitConnect The actual company has been the most corrupt because they gotten away with it. They made the most money out of it. They gave everybody back uh, worthless tokens of BitConnect. If they gave us back real Bitcoin tokens or Bitcoins, then yeah, I don't. No one would be complaining right now. It would be fine. But they exit scammed like a classic exit scam, and I lost $1,000, and fortunately, I knew how to diversify my risk. But a lot of people that are new to this, they jump onto these platforms and they just don't understand that you can make so much more money just investing in a good coin. It's that simple. Like, you do not have to put your money into something like a lending platform. If you put the same amount of money into Bitcoin or any of the top 50 coins in the last year, you would have made out 100 times better than if you put it in a lending platform. You would have made more money. Um, you wouldn't have been scammed out of your money. And they get you on this thing. It's for a lot of people that are new and they don't understand crypto, I think, because they think they see dollars they see themselves making dollars every day. That's what they're used to. They're not used to seeing bitcoins being made every day. It's a different system. And people that won't allow themselves to be adjusted to that kind of way of making money turn to these lending platforms because they say, "Oh, I made $100 today," and it says $100. Then the next day, "Oh, I made $150." So it's like more comforting because you feel like it won't go anywhere. You see that the money is still there. You know what I mean? It's still there. It's all good. But what you don't realize is that it will eventually come to a crash. We're seeing that with Davor coin, and I see some people now promoting Davor coin, and it's like, man, you're gonna be the next one. I hate to say it, but it's coming. It's coming for you. This kid is pretty cool. I actually do think he's a nice kid or a nice guy. Probably the same age, honestly. But the thing is, he's falling for the same trap. I can see that he just got started a month ago. So he's new and he doesn't understand this is going to be very bad for him. I mean, he has Bitcoin videos and stuff. I can't believe he still has those videos up here. I love BitConnect. Uh, not anymore, but I'm just saying, like, he only has 3,000 subs, so he's not well known. But if he keeps this up as months go by and more people keep hearing about Davor through him, and Davor crashes, which it will absolutely come down. I don't know if it'll come down like BitConnect, but it will come down. He will be liable for all that loss, and he'll have to pay for all the lawyer fees. He could potentially go to prison for it, and it'll come to haunt him. His reputation will be screwed, especially on YouTube. And you don't know how that can affect your life, man. Like, you look at Trevin James, and he doesn't even have his comments or his likes up anymore because everyone just hates him now, because it was stupid. What he did was, he might not have known it, or they made him know it, and they just completely, ripped everybody off. But whatever the case is, now they're all paying the price. And they will pay the price for the rest of their life, whether it be karma or the law or family, reputation, all those things. Long-term integrity is much more important than wealth, and I'm glad I know that now. It's more worth my channel growing and to help other people than to make a quick buck off of people, and I hope everyone's learned that off of these sites. Learn to invest your money wisely. You do not want to end up losing your money like these people lost their money. Uh, it's not worth it. It's not intelligent. I mean, if you want to make some money right now, honestly, sign up to Robinhood and just get like 50 people to join. Right off the bat, you got $500. Invest in a good coin. Like, seriously research. I mean, spend all day, all night researching coins, not just for a day, actually. Keep doing it all for days, weeks, maybe a month. It's worth it. It's worth to see how a company reacts to stress. And once you do that and you feel really confident and you know the company and you know the currency to a T, invest in it. And you'll make way more money than you ever thought possible. $500 invested in something, if you get 100x returns, that's $50,000. $50,000. You would never make that on BitConnect or Davor coin. By the time you would, it'd be dead, be crashed already. You would already have lost it. So you need to think about these things long term. Long term success is more important. That's how you make your money. And on any of this, ask anybody that has invested in Bitcoin or any of it. People at the beginning do the best. You look at Bitcoin from this point on. I mean, it used to be worth like not even 7 cents. People that got in back then, they're millionaires, multi-millionaires. It's a patience game, man. It's not going to happen quickly. But if you can understand that and you can just leave your money alone and just let it accrue, you're good to go. So, hope you enjoyed that video, guys. I'm King Crypto. Let's get cryptical.
Get crypto! Yo, hey, man. Here we go. I got nothing else to say. I want to welcome you to the fastest cryptocurrency channel in the world. Hey, King Crypto!